Welcome all of you back to Louisville and the second game of the session here. BYU Cougars, a 14 seed against Marquette in our game 2 earlier today. Colorado State fell to Murray State with a strong second half by the Racers. They advance as a 6 seed. Marquette and BYU, the winner of this one, will meet them on Saturday. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Bill Raftery. We welcome you back to Louisville. Bill, a Marquette team of whom you've seen a lot this year.
Well, it's all about pressure. You do understand that. You got to work with me. But this team just comes at you at both ends of the floor. The leader in the backcourt, Darius Johnson-Odom, a really tough guy that can step out and make shots as well. And counter that with Jay Crowder. Just a great talent, deep on the box, on the floor, or guards anybody, Vern.
Brigham Young won a thriller in Dayton over Iona on Tuesday, came from 25 down. They don't have Jimmer Fredette this year. He's watching in Sacramento, but they've got a couple of familiar names.
Noah Hartsock is the first of these, a talented guy who can hit a fadeaway jumper flawlessly, can step out and make threes, but I love it. He can mix his game up, drag a bigger guy out, put it on the deck. He is terrific out there. Underneath, Brandon Davies, whatever you need, he does. Puts the ball on the deck, posts up, steps out, toughness and rebounds.
Last time these two met, 1965. They're not familiar with each other. We'll be back with the tip right after this.
Hey, welcome back. Dave Rose, the head coach of Brigham Young University. His record there, see an outstanding job in his starting lineup. First, Matt Carlino, Salza Boyle, Noah Hartsock, and Brock Hilstra, and Brandon Davies rounds out the starting team.
I thank you for that. That's the last silence you'll get from me all day long. We had a little technical glitch, as they say. The Golden Eagles, Darius Johnson-Odom, Vanderblue, Junior Cadogan, Jamil Wilson, and Jay Crowder, player of the year. And in his 4th season, the head coach at Marquette, Buzz Williams. You like having me silent?
Well, that'll be the end of that. Looking forward to an exciting game. You're checking out the officials right now.
Jamie Lucky, Craig Borowski, and Ray Ferrone, along with Leslie Visser, Bill Raftery, Vern Lundquist. Game 2. And the winner will meet Murray State on Saturday. Wilson, and the tip instead is controlled by Brandon Davies.
Vern Lundquist, Marquette.
Matt Carlino has the ball in his hands. Turnaround jumper, Hartsock, not there. Rebound. Taken down by Cadogan.
And you notice Crowder on Hartsock. Should be an interesting matchup. Little 2-3 zone.
Pump fake. Back again to Darius Johnson-Odom. Nice pass. Oh, it was a beauty, wasn't it? Back outside, spot up 3.
Wow, how about that? He plays with a lot of emotion. Sticking it deep. DJO on delivery.
Well, this Brigham Young team came from 25 down, the largest deficit in NCAA tournament history, to defeat Iona on Tuesday night. They did not arrive here. They spent the night in Dayton and arrived here about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, had a workout or a shoot-around, but I wonder about the fatigue factor.
No question. Tough on them, but they'll take it, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
Outstanding.
And a reversal of fortunes for Brigham Young. Last year they entered as a 3rd seed. They defeated 14 seed Wofford in the first round. This year they enter as a 14. And Marquette with this number 3 seed, Abuo. Carlino for 3.
He can get it going as well. This is where it's going to be won on that glass.
Vanderblue, number 2.
A good driver zone takes away a lot of their driving game. Never worried about the 3-second lane. Nice kick. Cadogan.
Last game out for Marquette, they lost Louisville in the Big East tournament, the ultimate Big East tournament champions. And in that game, an almost inexplicable number, 28 turnovers for Marquette.
And you remember bad karaoke is what Buzz calls it.
Yeah.
And we've heard a little of that.
Dave Rose, head coach, Brigham Young, University of Houston, the 83 team. He still winces at the memory of Jim Valvano running around the court in Albuquerque after North Carolina State knocked off Houston.
Looking for somebody to hug. Another deepie. Nice rebound.
Yeah, there you go.
Advantage to the offense on those errant shots.
Quick start for Marquette. Back outside, jumper Carlino, yes.
That's how I like this kid's game. He's got a lot of spunk, range, and middle game. Plays with a lot of confidence. I think he's key to this team and how they'll do today.
Carlino's a freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. And whistle and a foul.
Wilson, one of those guys that's really stepped up and raised his level of play for Marquette. Heck of an addition.
That foul was on Abuo. And that sends Jamil Wilson to the line.
Good out of Racine, of course, went to Oregon and then transferred back. Very active. They're undersized, but they've got some hops.
14-4 in Big East play, regular season conference play. And then, as we mentioned, knocked out. These two teams, Brigham Young and Marquette, played twice in the 30s, twice in the 60s, and the series even 2-2.
Who was your partner then?
Could have been you. Derek Wilson comes on now.
And they're going to pressure them, drop back, because you can't give open looks.
Off the rim, Carlino taken down by Vanderblue. 9-4 Marquette. Long jumper. Jay Crowder cans it. He can be all over the floor.
He really understands basketball. He competes on it. Nice steal. Buzz telling us yesterday that everything they ever do, they chart. He wants to win. He'll pick guys on his team that are winners. Doesn't care whether they got shooting ability, rebound ability. He wants winners, and this kid is one. Stroking it from deep.
On the season, 35% from beyond the arc. That's his 57th made three this year. Outside. Todd Mayo's on the floor now for Marquette as well, wearing number 4.
He likes that fadeaway. He's very lucky to open that arm just a little bit. Hard side.
Foul called on Jamil Wilson. That's his first.
You know, Jack Sickler is a guy that really can manufacture a post up 10 feet away and then turn around and make that jumper. Hartsock has that kind of ability.
Almost the same size, aren't they?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Sickler, the old Seattle Super, not old, the former Seattle Supersonic. Right side,
nice tip.
The tip in is good.
How about that for activity? Running the floor.
Brandon Davies is hammered as he goes up for the shot. 14-4, Marquette off to a quick start.
Back to Louisville, Vernon Raft.
Greg, thank you. Congratulations to Frank Martin and Kansas State. Finals are starting to enter our studio, right?
He's calmed down on that sideline, too.
He has, hasn't he? Yes.
He gives you that look like if you're late for dinner, you are in deep trouble. And they respond to him.
14-4 here, and Davies at the line shooting 2.
Brandon, very important aspect of this team, how he plays. Great rotation on that free throw, only at 67%. But he's a guy around the glass. He's going to do some damage. And the big concern for Dave Rose and his staff was protecting the 3-second lane at the other end, whether it's a catch or a drive by Marquette.
Darius Johnson-Odom back off the bench, having gotten a rest. Vander Blue sits down for Marquette. Here's Cadogan, number 5.
Tough shot.
And a nice rebound. Jamil Wilson.
Look at Crowder, so strong.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, he manhandled Carlino. Anything up for grabs. Oh, there, Jay got a piece of that one,
yes,
too.
Yes, he did.
Trying to referee as well, huh? Jay's one of those guys that just fills every spot up.
Man, Austin Winder's going to come on now, replacing Abuo.
He's a Clark Kellogg special.
Yes.
Stat sheet stuffer.
Boy, be careful when you say that. You know, just
hold on to my time when I say that.
Hartsock.
There's that fadeaway. And you got to get right up and under him, as Wilson did.
16-5. Crowder for 3s. Hit one already. Not this time.
And he switches back to Davies. Points out. What a head for this game.
Brock Zylstra got the rebound. Now Carlino. Guarded by Cadogan. Here's Crowder again.
He goes
nice
right
touch
to the
pass.
He goes right to the rim, too, just to help. And there he is. Unbelievable. Jump ball, should be.
Hill ball. Possession arrow goes toward Marquette. What a quick start. 16-5. Buzz Williams.
He perspires a little bit, by the way. Just want to tune you in. That jacket will come off at some point. With some visual evidence. Nice look. What a nice play. Wilson with the bump. And Crowder just with the acknowledgement.
18-5. Crowder already has 9 in this game. Hartsock. A little too strong. Here comes Cadogan. Leaves it for Johnson-Odom. Pump fake. Jumper.
He gets his feet organized quickly.
Little floater in the lane. Rebound. Offense. Put up by Zylstra. And a foul is called on Marquette.
The activity on the offensive end puts a lot of pressure on you. You just get a little anxious in here defensively. You don't do a good job. You can just see Wilson takes the guy and opens it up for Crowder. That's just great basketball. Great read. Decimating the interior D.
Brock Zylstra at the line, the junior out of Laverne, California. Substitution now. Nate Austin coming on for BYU. He's going to give Hartsock a rest.
Zylstra, one of those kids, he played solid basketball. Sort of a nice step back shot, as well as his ability with a floater, confident on the offensive end.
Oh, whoa. Got the roll there, did he not? Devontae Gardner is on the floor now for Marquette. Hard to miss. He's a large object.
Austin mixing it up with him, too. Devontae had that leg problem. One of those guys hoping to get some minutes for him on a duck in. He's a kid who takes up a lot of areas, so to speak.
The late Al McGuire would refer to him as an
aircraft carrier. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't be able to say Devontae. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's yes. Cadogan.
Nice cover here.
Johnson-Odom.
Nice pass.
Beautiful. There we go again.
Austin with a rejection. And they got the foul by Gardner.
Get live tournament coverage, scores, and stats on your mobile device with the free app from CBS Sports. To download, text CBS to 42777. I wish you all could see Bill Raftery diving for his iPhone right now and just going after it.
Busy watching this. I'll get it after. Get it at halftime. Piecemeal attack right now.
Carlino splits 2.
Nice move.
Yes, it was.
How about that? They took their time, relaxed. Once they got over the timeline, took it. Then it's in.
Brandon Davies with the basket.
And they got a little belly bump from the rear. Get that in the subway in New York frequently. Gardner can really unload on you, and Austin just got pinned.
I don't see you as a subway guy.
No, well, yeah, I take it once in a while.
Okay.
Austin's had some foul problems when he's played.
Off the glass, no good. Crowder with another rebound.
Nice hesitation.
Boy, was it ever. And there's Gardner. He's fouled.
I don't know if he's hurt or just disappointed he couldn't finish that play. Now that is a big guy. You see some big guys covering football. This kid, Otule, is injured and out for the year. He ducks in for Marquette as well as anybody in the country. And Gardner's one of those guys can just give a little punch come tournament time.
Nice stroke, sophomore from Suffolk, Virginia. Beg your pardon. Hartsock is back on now, and Brandon Davies gets a rest. Todd Mayo out. Cadogan is back.
Pretty good basketball name, huh?
Yeah. Mayo?
Yeah.
Got a brother who's well known. Fellow by the name of O.J.
He's with the Grizzlies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And the same thing, piecemeal, and then when you get a shot, knock it down. And he's pretty good stepping out, Austin. Catch and shoot threes, that's his game.
That was inside the arc, so it counts for two. Look at Cadogan with a strong move. Offensive foul.
Nice step in.
Charge taken, yes.
Yeah, heady play, giving valuable minutes to Dave Rose. Just being in the right spot and just moving over there and nailing. Boy, that really lifts your defense. Now, this is the kind of a team, Marquette, that can get by you, so you need some sort of resistance, whether it's shot block or pick up a charge. Nice slip.
Spot up three, Carlino.
And they made Marquette pay for that rotation. Good spot up. Zylstra can make him, and so can Carlino.
That cuts the margin to 6.
Nice passing catch.
And the catch was as impressive as the pass.
That was a hard one.
Yes.
Heads up play, Devontae.
22-14, under 12 to go first half now.
These two teams look very sharp right now, don't they?
Yes.
BYU's handled the pressure.
That one too strong. Rebound, Golden Eagles.
Nice cut and pass. Look who's there.
Crowder. Austin with the foul. No, Hartsock.
Boy, Crowder really makes some great interior passing. This is a great feel. Confidence that your partner has the hands and the ability. How about that? Tough look. Strong finish by the big fella.
22-14 Marquette. BYU led this season by Noah Hartsock. It's time for Powerade powering through. Noah Hartsock led the Cougars in scoring this season Tuesday night. He had 23 points on his tape to lead that comeback over Iona. They were down 25 in the first half. Largest comeback in NCAA tournament history. Hartsock, the senior out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, has a younger brother, Jasper, who is a terrific prospect. Only 2 points in the game so far.
Dave Rose talking about how well it was run up in Dayton, how impressive it was. Kids loved it. So it was first class. Of course, the president added on, made it extra special.
Hartsock, by the way, came into this number 3 all-time in shot blocks. He just tied Sean Bradley with his 177th. Now here's the difference. You remember Bradley, the 7'6"?
I sure do. Yeah, I was in Japan with him.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, they weren't looking at me. I know that.
Hartsock now has 177 blocks in 133 games. Sean Bradley with 177 blocks in 34 games.
It's not a fair comparison.
No,
I mean, you're talking about.
And the all-time leader is Greg Kite.
Oh, sure. Played with the Celtics. speaking of the Celtics, of course, Danny Ainge, president.
From BYU.
Yeah.
And who is their coach right now? Thinking of Marquette.
Oh, yeah, that's nice hands here on the ball. Yep.
Johnson,
that's a message. Send it in. But all about the hands and the footwork at the point of attack.
Danny Ainge, coast to coast, 30-some years ago, one of the most famous last end-of-game drives in NCAA tournament history. And there is a foul.
Just ruined Digger Phelps' day by bringing that up, by the way. How about this? That is 6'1" and change. But the point of attack, Cadogan with the great hands and the elevation and strength. Woo! DJO to the 10.
I'm going to take you one more little reminiscent note here.
Okay.
1983. You and I meet each other, and we do Marquette at South Carolina. And the junior point guard on that Marquette team was Doc Rivers. Wow.
Of course, a terrific run as a pro player as well. I think it was Hank Raymond, wasn't it, if I'm not mistaken? Al had left by then. Nice. Blue, a guy that gets to the rim, very active.
Well, Marquette has scored the last 8 after BYU had cut it to 6. Q6 with the spot up 3. Got it!
Well, nice diagonal look. How about that? Solid. Shoots those threes with confidence.
Quick hands, loose ball.
Kuzic runs that point when Carlino needs a blow. Got to get it out of there.
Devontae Gardner muscles it out.
Right. Unerring. Same thing. Gardner just waving to the bench. He needs a little bit of a blow. That's the difficulty. The Buzz has somebody waiting, but I don't know if they get it underneath. They give it to Odom.
Marquette 4 of 6 on 3. There's Dave Rose. That tie looks a little familiar to me. Huh? Dave Rose was a classmate of Jim Nance's at the University of Houston. Jim was hosting the Guy Lewis show. Dave was a member of the basketball team. Jim and Clark and Steve Kerr did the game the other night in Dayton. And after it was over, Dave Rose said, Jim Nance came back to congratulate him. It's the greatest comeback I've ever seen. Here, have my tie. Have my tie.
Well, there's some special rewards, and that's why he's got it on.
Yeah, he's wearing it.
It's a good luck tie. No autograph, though.
No.
He was very disappointed. He said he'd have to pay for the autograph.
Oh, goodness. It is a nice tie.
Yeah. Well, it was fun last year getting to know him with the Jimmer show, and Fredette's such a... I mean, that was a great story for basketball last year.
Well, Fredette now with Sacramento in the NBA, and they're not playing tonight, so he's watching from out in California. And Hartsock, this is really tough news now for BYU. Hartsock just picked up his 3rd foul. Devontae Gardner. That young lady is Whitney Wanacott, one of the cheerleaders here at BYU. A very strong connection to Jimmer Fredette. She's going to marry him on June 1st.
Oh,
Jumper.
I didn't realize I was on page 6, the social page with
I
you.
cover, you know.
You do it all.
But there's no gossip. It's all truth.
Right, that's true. And this is the kid that's got to play well now as a sub, Austin. Do a good job. Hartsock sorely missed, particularly in the offensive end. We haven't heard much out of Aboyo or Davies, and maybe they can get some action inside from them.
Under 9 to play first half.
And they had offense, the double.
Yep.
Well, this Marquette team plays hard, and you must meet that. Match it, the effort, the consistency of it. And right here, just being in the right spot, getting down there and just trapping and forcing that issue. You got to get rid of it quickly or make a quick decision.
Second foul on Abuo, and Gardner didn't get much of a rest.
No, they gave him a quick shot of the respirator there just to get him back. He's carrying a lot around, don't forget. Not easy to get up and down, particularly as hard as this team plays.
Well, you were right about the coat coming off for Buzz Williams.
We'll give it a minute for the rest. He's the 3-towel guy, I think.
And we've got a little conference checking to see if that was a flagrant foul on Abuo with the elbow being thrown.
We had one earlier that was a real innocent one, and this is just. It was in the chest, though.
Yeah,
I think it'll be below the head, which is, and it's not intentional, but could be deemed a flagrant one. But I think they'll just, since it was that low. I know some fans wonder about this, but this is the rule, and referees have to go look at it and make sure this is all. It's a medical reason.
Yes. The foul was called on Charles Abuo.
Right here, the concern is the point of contact, and then that one looked a little higher, didn't it? This is the one that I thought got him in just below the neck there. See that?
Yeah.
I don't know how high they'll deem it necessary.
Well, a very close examination and a conversation that continues over at the scoring table.
It's like they're deciding which wine to buy, you know? Come on, fellas. Let's see, they're going to tell the. Oh, good. I like that.
No flagrant. Yeah. We're about to get told there. Right. You, I'm sure, heard that. Player control foul, and the contact deemed not to have been above the head or shoulder.
Exactly. That's good. Good piece of officiating, as long as they get it right.
Back to play. 8:45 to go. First half. The winner will meet Murray State on Saturday here in Louisville. They advanced, convincing second half performance, and defeated Colorado State. Caducan.
Ball screen, and boy, does Gardner set when he gets right to the rim, too.
Nice pass.
He's loading up.
Oh, my goodness. Just inside the three-point line for Jay Crowder.
They look sharp, don't they?
They look very sharp.
Both ends just bringing it. Nice hands here. The save by Crowder.
How about that?
And he's, wow, he finally got back.
Back outside, Cadugan. Crowder puts it on the deck. Little too strong. Rebound, Davies.
They're exchanging looks. Let Gardner take the outside guy. In this case, Davies, he should have driven on him.
Foul, Todd Mayo had the ball. Austin Fouts. Time call.
To Louisville, Vernon Raft.
Thank you. And we've got 7:45 to go in the first half here. Look at the turnover difference in this game.
Amazing, because 13 they average a game, so that's a lot this early. But the difficulty, I think, is the pressure defense and protecting the basketball. Carlino back on the floor has had a good start.
Todd Mayo at the line. Watch every 2012 March Madness game live on your computer, iPad, iPhone, or select Android phones with NCAA March Madness Live. Visit ncaa.com/March Madness for more information. Mayo 2 of 2, largest Marquette lead. It's now at 18. They've more than doubled Brigham Young's score.
Look how they go toe-to-toe. Look who's sniffing there. Crowder, the trap or spin dribble. He'll read it. Gardner, and he gets back. That's solid.
Shot in the corner, no good. Out of bounds. And a reminder that Syracuse, top seed, playing without Fab Melo now. The top seed in the East gets underway shortly on True TV against UNC Asheville.
I'm sorry, Vern.
Nope.
The center defensively, that's a big issue. You know, that size and changes shots, and Christmas will probably end up there at the beginning. And they are deep. I heard Charles talking about that. This is a deep Syracuse team, but the big fella, big factor.
Yeah. Carlino
Great defense, good help.
Yes, it was.
Gardner, look at him running the floor, Vern. We'd be calling for help if that was you. Did you see him play it?
Yes, I did.
And I love that they involved him.
I was admiring it.
He may not be able to get back this way, though.
Cusick into the corner. Davies.
And he did not get back, and that was the problem. Nobody there to help out, and they need him to step up, Davies.
And I must tell you, he is winded right now. Devontae Gardner.
Well, they play around him, so he can rest on offense. You don't want him to rest on defense.
There's the trap. Double team comes from Davies. That leaves a man open, and his shot is short. The tip is no good.
Oh, boy, he's good blue and going after it a second time.
Jumper Austin, no.
What a nice look and a hole down here by Davies. The ability to get to the rim. You can see the late arriving 5'4" Gardner, and send it in, Brandon. He is a good, talented player. It's just not the dunk, it's ability to get to the rim. Uses the bounce with his back to the basket just as well.
Foul was on Davies. That's his second. Hartsock is on the bench, having picked up his third quite some time ago. And Devontae Gardner, perfect so far in the ballgame, 4 of 4 with free throws. There's Hartsock.
Well, they were a different team without him. He was injured there, I think, up at Gonzaga late in the year, and different team. They just don't have the punch.
Derek Wilson back on the floor now, and he'll give Cadogan a rest. Marquette, third around the rim and out. His first miss at the line.
Buzz has been a solid guy at Marquette in this program. Demands extraordinary effort in every situation. Spin move. Wow, little lingerie on the deck.
Beautiful. Davies goes for the steal. Pump fake. Quick rotation. Crowder for three.
He's tough, and they find him too. He is a terrific early offense three guy. Everybody runs to the 3-second lane. Nobody steps out and covers.
Crowder's got 14 already, and the lead is 39-21.
Isolating Gardner. Oh, you should have taken him.
Nice.
Crowder can take his guy away from the rim, takes a rebounder away, so mobile. Such a threat out there. Pretty look and cut.
How about that? Tip goes in, foul is called.
Ouch. How about a tiptoe follow? He couldn't get the big frame up, but he's in the right spot. Watch this elevation or lack thereof. See what I mean? He just scraped the floor, but he was in the right spot. He carves out such a big area, and yes, hallelujah. Around that rim, you just can't move him.
Todd Mayo back on the floor now, number 4. Gardner made a living at the line so far this afternoon.
He parks that car there. He's not moving.
Gardner's got 10 points, 4 rebounds.
I think the secret is to get Davies away from the basket and let him go on Gardner. I just don't think the big fella can move those puppies quick enough.
Austin Cusick, that one tipped. I think Crowder again.
Amazing, isn't that? He gets his hands
really
out there.
is, yeah.
He's all over. Great knowledge of the game, great feel.
Juan Anderson coming off the bench for Marquette, number 10. Derek Wilson heads over to join his teammates. And BYU will inbound. We've got an even 5 minutes to go in the first half. Davies.
I think from the rear there, if I'm not mistaken, Anderson.
Look that way, yes. Oh, it's on Gardner. His second. So Brandon Davies at the line. well-told story last year, or often told, not particularly well told, but suspended by the university for a violation of school rules and reinstated. (42-23). Whoa.
They put the pressure on, get you back. And don't waste the effort with a bad shot.
You know, we began this afternoon, this game, talking about their loss to Louisville when they had 28 turnovers in the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden. Well, we've got 4.5 to go in the first half, and Marquette has turned it over once.
You think it's a little different heat, though?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, Pitino and company just get
yes.
into you, right? There's half-court pressure, not like Rick Pitino's.
Todd Mayo. Coming up on AT&T at the half, scores and highlights and the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
And Mayo, one of those guys that complements the others. Gardner gets a much needed. Attacks the rim, which is what a lot of their guys do. They're always prying. If you don't stop them, they take it all the way. They got floaters, they got kickouts.
Brandon Davies with the rebound. Here's Carlino muscled, and Anderson picks up the foul.
Well, they were almost a good spot that just got over to the sideline and turned them.
And Carlino. Buzz Williams. I talked with him yesterday about the first time he ever came in contact with Marquette University. He was a 19-year-old student manager at Navarro Junior College in Corsicana, Texas. He wrote every coach in America, Division I, II, and III, and NAIA 1 and 2. And one of the men who answered, he wanted a summer job at a camp. And Kevin O'Neill, head coach at Marquette, sent him a note and said, come on up, paid him $150 for the camp. Wow. And then at the end of the camp, slipped him a couple of hundred and said, here, 2 tickets to a Brewers game, and you've got to get a taxi, because he was on his way down to Cincinnati. And Buzz telling us, I'd never been in a taxi before.
How about that? I thought he gave him the $200 to get lost.
Yeah, that's right.
But he toured the country doing camps just to learn the game, and it was a lot to Kevin O'Neill over the years. And he's really been a great example for him.
And they are still in touch often.
Buzz is a little more understated than Kevin, I might add. Get to the free throw line. Get some easy ones.
Back in Louisville, and time now for the Powerade Sideline Report. Here's our colleague, Leslie Visser.
Both you and Billy know that Buzz Williams struggles with his voice, but lately he's become a YouTube sensation with his internet version of Sweet Caroline, his karaoke version. He told me he didn't know why the song was suddenly popular again. I was appalled. I said they play it at the Fenway every 8th inning. He said, what do I know? I'm from a small town in Texas. I don't know the Red Sox, but I do know a good song.
Very good. And he also said that Junior Cadogan has the worst karaoke voice in the history of that particular practice.
He said, I'm bad, but he is the worst. So good, so good.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
You know what? A couple of years ago, we saw Neil Diamond in concert down in Jacksonville, Florida. He's still terrific. Oh, that was fun.
Well, we got the social pages. Now we got Music Critic.
Hey.
And Buzz's guys are playing a pretty good tune the way they've been aggressive.
I can be a one-stop shopping center. Zylstra gets 2. 3:55 to go. 42-27 Marquette.
A little bit of a 2-3 and maybe a trap at it. This is a 1-1-3, but they ended up with a 2-3. That's the problem about Flash. Yeah, Flash right there.
Here's Zylstra for BYU, Carlino, open look with a three. Devontae Gardner with a rebound.
Well, you just don't get over or around him. He is a big young man.
Cadogan in the corner. Now back outside. That was Johnson Odom who had the basketball for the moment. Another turnover.
Got to be tough with it. Gardner, lackadaisical.
Just off the glass and good.
How about that? He's a confident offensive player. A little kiss in traffic.
Well, let's see if they can put together some kind of run here at the end of the first half. Crowder on the line. Well, Buzz Williams, he's one of the great characters in college basketball, and this was one of the sadder moments. You were there, right?
I was. I liked the two-step, but I just didn't like the place he did it in West Virginia.
Well, he was celebrating a victory at West Virginia. There's Mr. Raftery getting ready to talk to him about it. And he danced across the court to Country Roads, which is kind of like the state anthem. Oh.
And they were upset. And, you know, he was honest about it. He said he didn't even think about that.
Right.
He was just excited, you know, coming over and spending some time with McDonough and Billis. Let him make you dance.
Davies at the line, 2:40 to go.
Now, these are important now. I mean, they can get themselves back under 10. Give Dave a chance to do some coaching at halftime.
Again, they were a part of the first four in Dayton on Tuesday night. Game from 25 down. They were down 49-24 in the first half to that very good Iona team. Elected, and I think wisely, to stay overnight after the game. Got up. They took the bus. It's about 3 hours down here. And so they left yesterday morning late, let the kids sleep in, and got here about 2 o'clock. Do you sense fatigue?
Not yet. We'll find out later, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, Hartsock, of course, with the foul problem, he will be able to get back in starting the second half. And right now, a little stop, and they're in business, I think.
8 unanswered for Brigham Young.
This little change, trying to match up. Don't pick up a charge on him.
Now,
he'll be in the emergency ward.
Look at him hurrying down, though. Davies at the other end. And Gardner did a nice job. He truly did.
There you go.
No, missed it. Gardner's on the deck.
Timeout by Buzz. Save it.
I think the floor just tilted. Welcome back to Louisville, where earlier today, Murray State knocked off Colorado State. And now Marquette, BYU underway. The winner of this game takes on Murray State on Saturday. And the other games in the region tomorrow from Omaha. As this is West Region encounter. Winner of 2 games here will advance to Phoenix. Marquette, largest lead was 19. Boy, quick by Cadogan.
That 1-1-3 enabled him to get right to the rim. We're very fortunate. Good ball movement.
Crowder back outside now. Sets the screen.
He's so flexible, Crowder.
From the corner. No. Yes. Oh my gosh.
A little friendly job there, but their ball movement was excellent.
Crowder's got 17. Vanderblue slips for Marquette from the corner. It's Cusick. Yeah, nice. Got it. Very nice.
They widen beautifully. Become available. Tough shot here by Blue. Going the other way. This is a rejuvenated Brigham Young team now, and I think this zone has had its impact.
Dave Rose, we've gotten to know over the years, and he was smiling yesterday about their comeback. He said, for a while I thought I was going to be remembered as the coach who lost by 25 at halftime. He said, I think they'll remember that we came back and won it. So they're trying to mount one here, but their best player, Hartsock, is on the bench with 3 and has been there for a long time.
Now he got back court, just stepped on the line.
Yeah.
Paulino. Because watching this team as we got ready for this weekend and seeing them during the year, they're very competitive. They just really get after you. I haven't watched the St. Mary's game early in the year as competitive a game as I've seen at BYU. You've been to Provo, right?
I have been many times.
Oh, yeah, we played there years ago in their tournament. And my goodness, they have a great audience, like 21 or 22,000 people.
Marriott
Center.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was there when Ames played, so.
Well, I did about 16 football games out there when LaVelle Edwards was one of the great coaches in college football. Don't forget that Syracuse and UNC Asheville, that game just getting underway. And it's tied at 15 early in the first half. The entire game available for your viewing on the True Network, True TV. One of the 4 networks that give you access to every game in its entirety. In the second year of this collaboration between Turner Sports and CBS.
Need to stop here at BYU and then get one at the other end. Nice pump.
Oh, was it ever.
Big rebound.
Zylstra got the rebound.
He's a tough kid. Pretty good offensively as well. Another open look. Who's it?
No.
That was big. And they get the ball back or not? No.
Had it fallen, it would have been a 10-point margin. It did not. And now with 7.7 to go, Crowder's back in. Jamil Wilson is back in. Josh Sharp off the bench now for BYU, number 12.
He's blocked some shots. Odom wants the ball at half court. He didn't get it. Got to push it. The blow by. Skip to the Cadogan. How about that? He knew the clock.
Give me a little karaoke, boys.
Oh.
Wow. And so they extend the lead. It looked like BYU might get within 10. Instead, Cadogan's basket at the buzzer gives Marquette a 15-point halftime lead. Let's go to Leslie Visser.
Buzz, you told me that you did not sleep all night, but you have to be happy, particularly on the offensive glass.
How much I sleep has nothing to do with how I play, how we play. It's about our kids. I think our guys are doing a good job. I don't know how many points they've gotten in transition, but it seems to me over the last 8 or 10 minutes, they either scored layups or they shot free throws. We got to prevent that. They're too good of a shooting team to just give them transition layups and free throw makes. We got to get back and make sure that they have to earn it in the half court.
Might you mention to them that a 15-point lead does not scare BYU?
No, I don't think anything scares them. Dave Rose was supposed to die with cancer, and the way he coaches and who he is, they're not scared of anything.
Yeah, good luck in the second half. Thanks.
All right, Leslie, 49-34 at the half. We'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Possible. Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to AT&T at the half. The halftime margin is 15. If you're into, I don't know, omens and that kind of thing, BYU was down 15 at the half in the first 4 games and came back to beat Iona. This could be a different story, however, against Marquette. Greg Anthony is here. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. And so is Charles Barkley. The player of the year in the Big East, Jay Crowder, having himself a nice first half. He's got 17.
And throwing the 10 rebounds to go along with that, 5 on the offensive glass. And he's really been the difference. BYU has, again, continued to struggle early in this game, only shooting about 38%. And, again, Marquette will guard you, and they're going to take advantage of those turnovers and get out in transition. Very balanced basketball team. They don't turn it over, only 4 in that first half. And they also move the basketball, 11 assists.
Yeah, the difference is today that Marquette will get the ball inside. When you looked at Iona, when they went up 25 points, they never got the basketball inside. The second part of that, they will not go to a zone and let BYU get back into the game by shooting shots. They will stay in your face. They will make you be a 2-dribble player, which means when you catch it, to make a basket or play, you have to make at least 2 dribbles. That's the difference where Iona said, we're going to go into a zone and let you shoot the ball.
Well, listen, this team is
balance inside and outside. Davis and Hartsock don't have a big advantage in size like they did against Iona. And Iona had the great lead when they were making those shots, and those shots did not go in the second half, and that's how they lost the lead. But it's a different animal than Iona.
49-34 is the count. Marquette with the lead over the Cougars of BYU.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
It's halftime in Louisville. West Region encounter, and Marquette leads BYU by 15 points. Second half coming up. About to get underway, second half in Louisville. Marquette leads. Moments ago, Leslie Visser with BYU head coach Dave Rose.
Well, Dave, you've proven you can handle a 15-point deficit, but this can't be what you want.
Well, we're having a hard time keeping them off the glass. The first 10 minutes, they got 8 or 9 offensive rebounds. We've turned the ball over too much, and so we got to settle down a little bit. Their pressures cause us problems, and we got to extend our defense and keep them away from the basket. It's really a challenge with them hitting the three-point shots.
Is there any effect of exhaustion from Dayton?
Well, Noah's not feeling 100%. His ankle's really bothering him, and we need Noah to play in the second half. Hopefully, we can get something out of him.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Leslie, thank you. What struck you about Marquette in the first half?
They did a great job finding one another, and I think the difficulty is they get in that lane and they pass the ball so beautifully, and it's tough to counter that. You get good, clean looks because of their understanding of how to make plays, and interior passing in particular, some hard catches as well, but always being available, always being alert, and so competitive, and they counted at the other end. The defense stepped up a little, got them going. Kuzic had that open look that would have got it to 10, but just the activity around Austin that particular time. So this is a team that has been known to come back. Let's see if they can do it.
Well, the in-game box score, the one that's missing is Noah Hartsock, limited to 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting and 3 fouls. No, nice start.
Nice little slide to the goal. Davies, tough matchup. Wilson back in with those 2 fouls as well. Automatic switch on that baseline cut.
Good. Johnson, Odom. Turnaround jumper, Wilson. And climbing the glass, Brandon Davies. Jumper 3, no. Little quick.
Yeah, I thought so too, but trying to get those steps, I thought he walked.
Turnover. Cusick remains on the floor.
He can shoot.
Oh, he threw it away.
They get it so they don't get a baseline. That's it. Wow, what a nice little job just turning the corner and slipping. The inability of Crowder to stay with him. He was anticipating coming high for the ball screen, and everybody else not attentive in the back.
After the 9th BYU turnover, it'll be Cadogan who inbounds it to Jake Crowder.
Well, good things happen when he touches it against any type of defense, particularly zone. They give away.
Well, there's a mistake followed by a mistake. For Cadogan. Gave it away and picked up his 3rd foul.
Tough getting untracked here early.
Yes.
I'd like to see Carlino start doing some damage. He is a very good player. Just defensively, Marquette's very alert and aware.
Carlino, Zylstra, Abuo, who has the ball now. This is Brandon Davies. Turn around.
Pretty. He is tough in that box area. A quick timeout. I think Odom may have gotten hit in the top of the head. He's checking it out.
That was very interesting.
Yeah. A nice piece of officiating, making sure he's okay.
Yep.
That's the way you feel after 4 hours with me. You need a little...
I rub my head periodically. Yeah.
You shake your head on me, too.
Johnson Odom.
And Crowder hiding baseline. Nice play. How about that pass? Yeah, he's just, when he touches it, there's something about his feel for the game. He makes others move quickly, get to the right spot. And just the little cut in there. That's just great basketball. In traffic, catchable. Number 0, able to get to the line because of it.
Carlino got the foul. And 2 shots coming now for Jamil Wilson.
Now, you worked for years with Al McGuire. And it's interesting, the different style that he had. He was all about game time, not practice. And Buzz is all about practice, and then it works out in games. It's really a different total philosophy. Al used to say they can fool around in practice. The game time is my time. And they listen to that.
1 of 2. I was talking with Ted Robinson, who's doing radio with Kyle Macy from Westwood 1, just at the break, and he was talking about his conversations. There's a block on the drive, and then Davies no. Ted was saying he's gotten to know Buzz Williams well, and Buzz Williams is basketball's answer to Billy Bean, Moneyball. He's all about metrics and measurables, and he charts everything. And one of the things that Ted was telling me was his newest obsession is called ATO, after timeouts. He charts the possession for each team.
Well, a lot of coaches, they may not chart it, but they like to do some damage right out of that timeout. Come up with some sort of a play or response. This kid is tough in that box area. Davies empty that time, but I keep going to Ryan.
Crowder get the rebound. Now he's got the basketball. In or out and around the block. He plays everywhere. Kicked. BYU ball. A little emotion shown by Brandon Davies. Trying to get them back in it. They're down by 12.
Because if you're Marquette now, you're thinking stop defensively. Carlino able to get by 12. That's what he should have stopped there the last time when he went to the layup. That was a good attempt. He's got some ability. Davies with the strip.
Almost turned it over for the 5th time in the last 6 possessions. This is, oh my goodness, it's gotten a little sloppy now.
Well, you had mentioned the difficulty against Louisville, and this is not the extended defense, but nevertheless, you're in the passing lane, create a little more problems. Sense of urgency.
You just look at the posture defensively for BYU, thinking that maybe they can get back in this.
And they can't play it like this, and they get
shot clock violation. Another turnover.
And Dave Rose down the other end applauding his guys because of that kind of an effort. They are competitive. He's up more this year than last year. It's like last year with Jimmer, I think he could just sort of relax a little bit.
Right.
And now he's got to urge his guys and support them. Instill a little confidence.
Well, Jimmer Fredette, the deserving winner of almost every Player of the Year honor, or most outstanding player a year ago. And somehow without him, they've carved out 26 victories BYU has again. But they're a 14 seed, and they had to play in the first 4 game in Dayton. So the task is arduous, and the path is very difficult.
I ended up going to Glenn. Nice little pass inside off the screen. Kuzic with the screen. And Boyo with the pass.
10-point margin.
Charge on the baseline.
Another turnover. Wow.
It's amazing the energy you can bring after halftime. Just a nice little bump, gets the ball on that box. And a heck of a defensive play. You get that secondary defender. He is set out of the restricted area. Terrific read and a different response right now.
Brandon Davies now has taken 32 charges for the year. So he's not afraid. He's got a large body, but he's going to plant it and stand there and take whatever comes.
So coaches love that stat too. And he can do some damage underneath. Some good numbers. Mark Pope there, not a bad player in the middle. Big down in this area, Kentucky.
Yes.
nice play that time by Wilson. Front of the cutter.
Absolutely.
Well, that was a layup waiting to happen, wasn't it? But I started to say I was in Glens Falls this summer doing my homework.
Yes.
And of course, everybody there, they got pictures of Jimmer and the diners and nice. Kuzik.
How about this?
They're right there.
So you were doing your homework in Glen Falls?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, it was after he graduated. But just the way they feel about him back in that city is just strictly amazing.
Does the fact that it's close to Saratoga Springs have anything to do with your visit?
A great deal.
That's what I thought. 9-1 BYU run, and then Marquette just got to. Here's Zylstra. Puts the shoulder down. Nice job by Wilson to block and deflect it.
Another one. How about that?
Charles Abuo, it's a 6-point game. Off the glass. 2 more for Marquette.
Nice comeback. Solid play.
Zylstra.
How about this? I thought he was dead on.
I did too.
I think you can always get that one though. A couple of quickies have hurt him, and it leads to a run out. That hurts. Big swing.
Dave Rose is going to put Hartsock back on the floor.
Tough here.
That's off Carlino's knee.
Well, the ability to convert. How about this? Kuzik, a little nylon in Louisville, and the second one. Boy, oh. Does that get you back? Oh, we've lost a few pounds, Vern.
Not enough.
Vernon Raff, back to you.
Well, Greg, what we all know is that no 16 has ever beaten a 1, and we also know that someday it's got to happen.
It's getting closer, don't you think?
Yeah. How about that?
Maybe a little shell shock without Mello. Beatenback does a great job down there. And how about the points over turnover? BYU 7 in this half. I mean, that's they've stepped it up. A lot more energy.
Oh, we got Johnson, Odom, Vanderblue. Jay Crowder down low. Todd Mayo is on the floor as well. There's a jumper from Crowder.
Nice rebound and heads up.
How about that? Whoa, yes it was. Todd Mayo falling out of bounds, and Abuo might be singing tenor.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the game, though, a heads-up play, and that'll take a little energy out of you.
He might be going alto.
Sticking with this zone, it's been good to him. When the ball touches this guy's hands, so imagine Jay Crowder, very good in traffic.
Carlino slipped on the floor, and it's taken away by Mayo. Now Hartsock gets it back, and
Carlino was pleading for a little cleanup at his end, and the guy cleaning up for Marquette, and Crowder is limping on the sideline too because he slipped as well. But this is the spot that is generally open in that 2-3 or this match, and he's great because if you come up on him, he can go by, and he also delivers it to the correct guy.
19 points already for Jay Crowder, and not sure what the issue is at the scoring table. It looks like it was resolved rather quickly.
Pretty wet over there, yeah.
Yeah.
The speed they go at, the footing has to be proper, no question about it. We saw a lot of guys go down. Crowder's still walking off. He was limping a little bit when he first got up.
Yeah. So there are 2 or 3 spots now that they're cleaning up where moisture is on the floor.
Well, Crowder, really great leader, isn't he? By example.
I know we've gotten to see them several times this year. This is my first time in person. I've seen them on television, obviously, but boy, he is impressive.
And you know, he talks on the defensive end too. He's always pointing and getting guys in the right spot, exchanges. He's a verbal leader and an example leader. That's it. A valuable commodity.
Todd Mayo picks up Carlino, and Zylstra has to try and save it and can't. How about that? Wow.
Bringing it
to
on.
himself. Yep.
Oh, my goodness, what a heady play.
That's off the back of Abuo's heel. Carlino is there to pick it up. Hartsock. Oh, they need something from him.
And that is a little bit of a silencer, and let him know you better come out. He can stretch the D, plus load up in the lane.
That's only the second field goal of the ball game for Hartsock, limited by fouls. He's played 10 minutes. Blue for three. Todd Mayo gets it back. Johnson Odom on the floor.
Very active too, Crowder. Here he comes in the lane. Just doesn't stand around, count the house.
Picked off by Abuo. Here's Carlino. Oh, nice find underneath. Hartsock. And one.
He didn't look like the ankle hurt him that time running the floor. When your bigs get down, that is pretty impressive. And boy, if they missed him only 10 minutes prior to being put back in the game, but nylon from deep. And that's your post-up guy as well. And then the ability to get the puppies up and down and complete the sequence, take that hit. Solid play. He's been through it a few times, Vern.
Oh, has he? And a free throw. Hartsock has 8 points in the game. He had only 2 at the half. 13 minutes remaining in this one.
Oh, got to be alert. Got to have your hands up. A little miscommunication there. Gardner down in that box area.
And all of a sudden, that's 12 Marquette turnovers. 8 in the second half. And again, up in Dayton on Tuesday night, they were down 49-24 to a very good Iona team. And came back, pressure defense, and got the victory. Largest comeback in NCAA tournament history. Trying to emulate that accomplishment, but Hartsock misses that one.
Nice hesitation.
Oh, was it ever? Oh, baby.
Wow. Pick up the milk on the way. Goodness. How good was that? And he's got great body control. Just a little stop and then go. Bang! And get to the rim. He loves to finish with that right hand as well. And here's you just, unfortunately, you move a little bit forward, a little lingerie lingering.
And the senior from Raleigh, North Carolina makes a three-point play. The lead is back to 11. And Abuo has picked up his third foul. Here's Hartsock, Crowder out, crowding him.
And he wants to look at the automatic switch here. He gets a piece of the ball. He's endless in his pursuit.
Into the corner, nice pass. Mayo, no. Jamil Wilson, nice rebound. Here's Crowder again, spots the open man.
See how he's the point forward now.
Yeah.
He takes over.
Now he'll go down and settle at the free throw line.
Nice.
Johnson Odom, what an open look. Cadogan, offensive rebound.
Pinned twice now. Wilson's been in the right spot. The pinch and the extra pass. Get into gaps and find their partner.
Johnson Odom.
And that's because of offensive rebound. It's something Dave Rose was lamenting. Doing a better job.
Going to go to his bench and get Carlino back in. Offensive. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Boyo, too.
That's 4 on Charles Abuo. Time has been called. Well, while the university hosts this tournament site, Louisville is out in Portland. They defeated Davidson, 9 Big East teams still in the tournament, only 1 from the Pac-12. Well, there were only 2 in. So Colorado plays down in Albuquerque. Murray State defeated CSU in the second round. 66-52 here.
Those 4 fouls. A major dilemma, huh?
Yeah.
Up front.
And Hartsock, of course, playing this half with 3. He sat much of the first half. Hartsock, big factor for them all year long. Here's Noah Hartsock.
He came in and lit it up. That three and running the floor.
These kids have been busy today.
How about this guy? Speaking of being busy, you name it, he does it. The help defense, the save, any of the little things he does, and some of the magical things around the rim. He knows how to tip to himself. Just magnificent.
11-10 remaining in this game. Winner will take on Murray State on Saturday here in Louisville. Todd Mayo. Johnson Odom. Here's Crowder again, and the rebound. Whoa!
And they got it, I think, on the defense. Let's see. Well, Gardner was the guy that recoiled.
Foul is called on Brock Zylstra, number 13.
Well, you moved Gardner. You've done some damage, huh? He recoiled.
Inbounds in the hands of Jake Crowder. Crowder, Gardner, Mayo, Cadogan, and Johnson Odom on the floor for Marquette.
Nice. Good job by the big guy. Tell you what, he really held off beautifully. A gamble of a post pass, and that big smile lightened up.
I'm sorry, Bill, I couldn't hear you because all I could hear was him.
He does enjoy it, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Rejoicing. We're not going to let him do karaoke either.
He's been really terrific at the line, 6 of 7 today.
And Buzz has done a nice job spotting him, too. You know, we know he can't go full tilt, coming off the injury.
For Marquette, Vander Blue is back, Gardner's out, and let's see, Jamil Wilson is back on as well. And now here comes Brigham Young. Got within 6, 52-46.
And that's when Marquette tougher. Look at this defense now. This is one of those where we're going to try and close it out with these stops. Make it catch tough. Nice hands. Ooh, Crowder almost got away with it. He judges with it, and he's clever and quick with his feet, so he slides to the right side, almost gets a piece of it.
Instead picks up his 3rd foul. Oh, little nudge from Hartsock.
I like the non-call low.
Yeah, okay.
It's a couple of tough guys out there. Little blow on the guy who's down.
Vander Blue, number 2. Wilson wearing 0. Nice. Beautiful, yeah. Offensive board. Crowder and Hartsock, as he's falling, gets it in the hands of Carlino.
Oh, really competitive on that rebound. He's the trail guy if they can find him.
Here's Cusick, number 2.
Boy, a lot of guys are going down, Vern.
I wonder if it's the floor, if there's a problem of some sort.
You know, it might be just the warmth.
Okay.
You know?
That basket good. Hartsock has 12 now, 10 in this half. But the margin is 13. Timeout called by Buzz Williams and Marquette. 9:27 to go.
Harvard and Vanderbilt set to tip in 8 minutes on TNT. Vernon Raff, back to you.
All right, thank you. And here we've got 9:27 to go in Louisville, and Marquette has withstood a siege by Noah Hartsock and Brigham Young. They climbed to within 6, and we continue to have problems with moisture on the floor. Very interesting.
Can't figure it out other than maybe pump up the air in the building a little bit.
Well, you pointed out during the commercial break, this is not a dual arena. They don't play hockey here. It's strictly basketball. Well, they can do wrestling,
right,
volleyball, and other things, but there's no ice underneath this floor. And this is, by the way, Jim Host led a 6-year effort to build this facility, and it is marvelous.
And he is so proud of it, and rightfully so. This is one of the great arenas in America. And right away out of the timeout, chart that, Buzz.
Of course.
And right into the low box, and the creme de la creme of this team finishes.
Crowder. At the other end, Brandon Davies has had a splendid game.
And going to him is just as good. I think he can really do some damage, particularly with Gardner. He's quicker. He understands low post. He uses bounce. How about this little kiss, jump, hook?
You know, we saw this BYU team 2 games in Denver, Wofford, and Gonzaga, and they played without Brandon Davies. Then they went and took on Florida. I wonder, they lost to Florida in overtime. Do you think he would have been a significant difference?
Absolutely. I'm not saying the game would have been.
Right.
You know, there was what an asset to not have, basically. You know, particularly up front when you're not as talented as your backcourt.
Cadogan.
Cadogan really taking some opportunities, you know, playing with a lot of confidence.
Here's Carlino with the spin move. Nice control. Knocked out of bounds. It will be BYU. Let's check in with Leslie Visser.
Vern, you and Billy have been talking about the slick floor. The Yum officials from the building say this is not typical. They have not had an issue with this before, and right now they have an engineer looking at it. Vern?
Okay, Les, thank you.
See,
really unusual.
If you complain enough, things get done.
I'm just an observer.
Well, you just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No, that's the concern,
key,
isn't it? Yes.
And this is the rest not for the weary. Let's just give him a blow. He's relentless. Crowder is probably till the TV timeout.
Moment of silence. Hard Sox.
Oh,
my goodness.
Got to play him.
You can't leave him alone out there.
Now, Gardner was the guy in the middle. I think it was Wilson's man, though, but not communicating. As soon as Crowder goes out.
Well, you said to me about 7 minutes ago you thought Brigham Young had another run in there.
I mean, I just think these kids are just great competitors. We saw that the other night. And the head coach has been down the road as a player. Everything else you could ask.
Wilson back outside, under 8 remaining. Cadogan, there's a 3, short. The big fellow has it rejected.
Should have kicked it out. He had 2 teammates. Respect the D.
Trying to get to single-digit margin, and they do not. Cadogan with the rebound of the miss. Here's Johnson Odom. Nice pass in the corner.
Wow. What a playmaker. The jump stop, can do it himself, or at his disposal the wing. Great read.
Todd Mayo with the 3. 7:15 to go.
This is that fadeaway spot if he gets to the spot.
How about that, Jamil Wilson?
Too many defenders, yes. Nice read. Stepped out.
Mayo stepped on the line. Turnover. 74-61. Timeout.
16 minutes to play, second half. Vernon Raft.
Well, needless to say, we'll be paying attention as that game progresses.
And so I'm sure Greg will be too.
Yes, indeed. And here at 74-61, go down to the bottom. Look at the big afternoon by Jay Crowder at Marquette, 23 and 14 with 7:03 to go.
And statistically, you can't evaluate defense, being in the right spot, getting guys organized, leadership, vocal, and they continue to clean up perspiration. And I don't think this is the building's floor, Vern. You know,
the floor installed by the NCAA, it's our understanding, right? Cusick hounded by Johnson Odom. Davies, tough shot, and he's fouled.
You just want to go straight up. Well, pretty good react. Just got him to bite a little bit. Anytime a guy is moving forward, as Wilson is here, now he's got good defense, just go straight up. And he got the arm right in the solar plexus.
And we've got another issue now. Is that I think this is just probably perspiration from the bodies falling. Young man's getting a lot of airtime today. Davies. Get coverage of the Division I women's basketball tournament at ncaa.com/Final Four. Brandon Davies, one more.
And the numbers guys back in, Jay Crowder. But one thing about Mark, they can play small, too. I know Gardner's on the floor, but they just pressure the ball so well, take away vision on entry passes that they don't mind playing small ball.
One of two. At a 12-point margin, Marquette with 6:45 to go. Davies has 18 points in this ball game, 3 above his per-game average over the course of the season.
Now look for stuff to go through Crowder. Hiding on the baseline, he'll flash. He's pointing out where to go.
Cadogan tries to dart through. There's some quick hands of Carlino that time. Not on the shot clock. Yep. Loose ball, turnover. Here's Hartsock.
Look at this recovery, too.
Cusick, way off the mark.
And a run out with numbers. Good recovery by BYU.
That's not a smart foul.
No.
That was an effort born out of emotion, I think. And winds up costing him. Abuo is coming back on the floor. He does so with 4 fouls. And Zylstra will take a seat on the bench.
Now this is the lineup that in the back that can do some damage on offense. Abuo, and you got Davies, and you got Hartsock. A lot of dribbling. Yeah, second. Wasted effort there. That trip. Got to get rid of it. Somebody's got to pop out. And Crowder just talking to him as well out there. Nice pressure on the ball. Not just a shooter. Cusick doing a great job. Gets the call.
Cusick has had a fine game. 5:50 remaining and a 12-point difference. Dave Rose.
Boy, that tie makes that suit, doesn't it?
I think the tie is really splendid. It was very generous of Jim Nance to donate the tie.
He was so thrilled with that win and the way they played. Not easy for Jim to give that tie up. And going to the hoop for 2.
And if you missed it in the first half, the story about the tie is Jim and Clark and Steve Kerr did the first 4 game BYU the other night, and Jim and Dave Rose go back to 1983 when they were both at the University of Houston. Jim went back to congratulate him and said, I want you to wear my tie. Took it off. I'm sure he's got a nice supply.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Ample. If he doesn't, he can secure them.
You know, nice basic blue. It goes with anything.
Got any time the clock is stolen. Harrison just trying. That's one of those plays that happened. A pretty good reaction and just got caught on the wrong side. But you've got to make the free throws. The clock is stopped. Get yourself and your defense organized, and a little giveaway. And that kind of a play can have repercussions. Somebody could get hurt.
And at the line, here's Todd Mayo. In and out. Davies with another rebound. 5.5 to go.
I think you got to go up front with the 3 guys we just mentioned. Hartsock trying to load up and settling deep. Davies.
Vanderblue, Crowder, Johnson Odom. That's for 2 inside the arc.
How about that? I didn't think that was going.
A heck of a shot.
We got a little help.
13 points with 5 remaining.
Oh, he just didn't have vision. A little bit late.
Yes! DeMarcus Harrison, timeout. Brigham Young. 4:53 to go. Full house here. We had 20,000 in this building yesterday to watch the University of Kentucky practice 3-point shots for 45 minutes.
And stand around.
Yeah.
And then John Calipari gave his motivational speech.
Yep. This will be a slew with a splash of blue with a slight splash of red tonight. There's a three, in and out. Davies with a rebound. Harrison. Hartsock.
Nice run by Hartsock. Sets this one up.
On the ground, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, he is really getting up and down, Hartsock.
Yes.
You know, despite the knee early, last couple of weeks, and then the inability with the ankle, but God, he's getting up and down. Well, a lot to be said, though, for being in the tournament, being seasoned veterans like these guys are. Hartsock and Davies, although obviously Davies didn't play in the tournament, but they've been down the road.
And he struggled with the line today. He's now 5 of 11. Is Davies. Vanderblue will get a rest. Todd Mayo's back on the floor, number 4.
They've got a lot of mileage out of this zone. They've been settling a little bit deep. I prefer if Marquette went into that foul area or got into the gaps. So they are hustling on defense.
Cusick doing a fine job, number 2. 8 on the shot clock.
The settle.
Johnson Odom drives the lane and can't get it to fall.
I think it was Gardner from the rear with the push. Good little run right now by BYU. A little energy. They think they got a shot. Someday. The excitement continues. There's Pete Carrill in anguish on that one up in Providence.
Well, Big Bluegrass Tours. This is the number 1 seeded team among the 68 in the tournament. The Wildcats of Kentucky, about an hour and a half over here from Lexington. And they will play this evening. First game of our night session against Western Kentucky.
You know, Wawa Jones, that might be his company. The old great player of Kentucky. His sons may be running that. I haven't seen.
Really?
Yeah. A little pop for one of the great players in the history of Kentucky.
There's a misfire. 3:25 to go. Cadogan. There's Jay Crowder calling for it. Reach around by Brandon Davies.
You know, I was just thinking of all the quick shots recently from Marquette. Crowder hasn't had touches.
Yeah.
They usually get some good. He rearranges them, gets them in spots, and helps them make some decisions.
Yeah, even John Calipari. Yeah, he's got to go through security. Of course
absolutely.
He does. Now stop that. Look inside that satchel.
That bag costs more than the money we both have on us. And knowing John, it must have been a gift.
Yeah, we got to spend the better part of 45 minutes with him yesterday. Very, very fascinating conversation.
Just
Crowder.
Love this kid the way he plays, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he grows on you.
25 and 15. That's points and rebounds for Jay Crowder in this game.
He won't have to worry about being a color analyst for a while anyhow.
Cusick trying to draw a foul, and he gets it from Vanderblue.
And why? And then the buzz is over there. Why? What are you doing? Don't stop the clock. Put them on the line. Give them a chance to get organized. Yeah, that's a yankable offense, I think, don't you?
I do, and guess what?
Sparky Anderson, the hook.
Now let's watch Buzz Williams and see how quiet he is.
That's I like that style, though.
I do too.
What are we thinking out there? I mean, our producer admonishes us. Poor fish, and Mark Wolf.
But always quietly.
Beats us to pillar and post.
Zylstra back in. Harrison will head to the bench. Cusick has had a really nice ball game. 12 points and a good defensive effort. The margin is 10.
Well, they've really done a nice job with this zone. It's slowed the progress down. Nice penetration here and kick. Nailed for three. That was big. That was big. You got to give something when you break the D down in the lane.
Nate Austin's back on the floor now, battling underneath as Davies is on the bench. Turnaround, jumper, tough shot. Closely contested by Jamil Wilson.
Yeah, everybody that does scout BYU, they get right up and under Hartsock. You got to force him to put it on the deck. Now another guy would have shot that ball. Crowder faked it, backed it off. Clock still pound.
2:15 remaining. Little cheapy.
A little small change.
Davies is going to come back on the floor now for BYU, and Vander Blue will re-enter for Marquette. Nate Austin heads to the bench. It would appear now that Marquette has secured this. It would appear so.
Yeah, they bend a little bit.
Yeah.
Bend it a little and prove their resiliency. It's all about their toughness, I think. That's what Buzz has brought to this program, don't you feel?
Mm-hmm. That's 2 at the line for Darius Johnson-Odom. He's got 20 points. So he and Crowder, who are the 2 leaders on this ball club, both with outstanding efforts today.
And look at this double. They've really done a nice job on Carlino. The trap. No! Put the lights out. Honey, I'm home.
Todd Mayo with the emphasis. Noah Hartsock playing his last game for Brigham Young. Misfires on that one.
How about that tip to himself again,
Yes.
Crowder? Numbers here.
Johnson-Odom.
You don't need it.
Bring it back outside and milk the clock a little bit.
Well, that's really good control by this team.
And a foul this time on Carlino.
Well, there are opportunities in the open floor that some of us can't complete, but these Marquette guys can elevate and take advantage. The defense leads to the send it in Louisville.
Vander Blue, the sophomore from Madison, Wisconsin, at the line. And if we wind up here, another reminder that you can see the last minutes of UNC Asheville and Syracuse on True TV. That game is tied with 8 minutes remaining. A 1 against a 16. Nate Austin back on the floor. And again, these games available. Second year of the collaboration between CBS and Turner Sports on any of 4 networks: True TV, TBS, TNT, and CBS.
And Austin can make some threes too. See if he steps out. He's posting up.
Carlino. Jamil Wilson, yep. And a foul called in the backcourt. I think that's on Josh Sharp. It's either Sharp or Austin.
Marquette's great at coming up with traffic rebounds. Anything up for grabs, they are good at pursuing.
Well, Dave Rose, kind of a weary sigh.
Yeah.
Knows this one's over.
He's talking, isn't that nice? Just shook hands with Crowder back there.
Yeah.
He knows what a tough kid he happens to be.
He's going to let Matt Martineau onto the floor now. Number 14. And Carlino heads to the bench.
Crowder's just like another day in the office, this kid. Any numbers, this is class, fellas. This is a guy who respects the opponent.
Yep.
And knows what he was up against.
So we're going to put the young men who scrimmage every day onto the floor here for the final 112. Winders out there. Guys who will now make the box score. Wilson at the free throw line. Nate Austin with the rebound. This is Martineau. Harrison. No.
Thought he had it too. I did.
Yeah,
he did.
Wilson, no. 12th-seeded Marquette defeats 14th-seeded Brigham Young University. Austin with a rebound. Couple of seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock. And so on Saturday here, we will have Murray State, the 6th seed, conquered Colorado State earlier against Marquette, the 3 seed, as Marquette is in the tournament for the 7th consecutive year.
Be an interesting matchup. With
yes, it will.
Perimeter skills and solid. They were tough-minded. Buzz Williams practices hard. Kids give up everything they have every moment, and today took the hits and bounced back.
So the final score, 88-68. Marquette wins it by 20. They score the last 10. Our games continue on TNT, TBS, and True TV. We will send you to our studio after these messages.